Modern life is full of stress and worries. The competitive world has given us a challenging life, and many a times we cannot cope up with a fast-paced life, which leads to physical, mental, and emotional disorders, which shatter us completely. In the modern world, mental health disorders have become a leading cause of disability globally, exacerbating human health. With the divine blessings of Lord Dhanvantariji, hope lies in Ayurveda. Dr. Navdeep Sharma, a spiritual healer from the city of the Golden Temple. His graduation from Sri Lakshmi Narayan Ayurvedic College, one of the oldest institute in our country, associate with Sri Durgyana Education Foundation. His masters from the University of Madras. His PhD in the role of Ayurvedic herbs in psychological disorders. Listed in the World Book of Records for promoting Ayurveda and developing a chain of Ayurvedic treatment and Panch Karma centers in various parts of the globe.
डॉक्टर नवदीप शर्मा को दुनिया भर में आयुर्वेद का जागरूकता फैलाने के लिए सम्मानित किया गया। लंदन में इंडो यूके लीडरशिप समिट में द वर्ल्ड बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स ने दिया उत्कृष्ट पुरस्कार।
लंदन में इंडो यूके लीडरशिप समिट का आयोजन, आयुर्वेद को लेकर जागरूकता पर जोर, द वर्ल्ड बुक ऑफ रिकॉर्ड्स ने लोगों को किया सम्मानित।
Commendable Global Recognition Award was received by Dr. Navdeep Sharma and Dr. Monica Sharma on behalf of ND Care Nirogam Private Limited for leading Ayurvedic services at the British Parliament, UK.
ब्रिटेन में बसा भारत का डंका, नवदीप शर्मा और डॉक्टर मोनिका शर्मा को मिला आउटस्टैंडिंग कॉन्ट्रीब्यूशन टू आयुर्वेदिक हेल्थ सर्विस पुरस्कार।
Dr. Navdeep Sharma has also been awarded the title of Pranacharya by the Akhil Bharatiya Ayurveda Mahasammellan.
आयुर्वेदिक डॉक्टर नवदीप शर्मा को युवा प्राणाचार्य की उपाधि दी गई। भारतीय आयुर्वेद महासम्मेलन में सम्मानित किया गया। कार्यक्रम में मनोज तिवारी मौजूद रहे।
नवदीप शर्मा को विश्व के सबसे युवा प्राणाचार्य की उपाधि मिली है। अखिल भारतीय आयुर्वेद महासम्मेलन में मनोज तिवारी भी शामिल हुए।
Up next, most trusted Ayurveda-based healthcare brand of the year, and it goes to ND Care Nirogam Private Limited. Dr. Navdeep Sharma, Director, to please join us on stage.
देखिए, अटल बिहारी वाजपेयी जी हमारे लिए बड़े ऑनर्ड हमारे प्राइम मिनिस्टर रहे हैं, बहुत बड़े लीडर रहे हैं और उनका अवार्ड, उनके सम्मान में किए गए समागम में अवार्ड मिलना अपने आप में बहुत मायने रखता है।
Regular panelist on various national and international media channels.
आते हैं कोरोना संदेश।
सभी व्यूअर्स को मैं डॉक्टर नवदीप शर्मा नमस्कार करता हूँ। पिछले 21 वर्षों से दुनिया भर में आयुर्वेद के माध्यम से मैं इलाज कर रहा हूँ और आज मैं देख पा रहा हूँ कि पूरा विश्व आयुर्वेद की ओर इम्यूनिटी बढ़ाने के लिए एक उम्मीद से देख रहा है। सदियों से ही हमारे यहाँ राजा महाराजा चांदी के बर्तनों में भोजन का सेवन करते थे अपनी इम्यूनिटी को बढ़ाने के लिए। तो आप सबके घरों में चांदी की पायल, बैंगल, पेंडेंट कोई भी।
A very good evening to all of you in this live interactive session of ours once again, where we try to discuss some important topics of Ayurveda with you, and we also try to take the maximum questions which we receive from your end. So once again today we are there with you. The main topic of discussion which we will be doing with you today is depression. Now why I choose depression as a topic, because today also I met multiple mothers, and when Dr. Devakar was speaking to them, I could see and I could feel how depressed they are. I could feel that due to the hyperactivity of the children, due to the aggression of the children, there was a boy who was biting his mother, there was one who used to hit his mother, and I could see they were so depressed. So I thought that while we are giving the right solutions, by the grace of Almighty, we are showing the right way to the kids, it really becomes very important that we also work for those parents who are depressed, who feel so sad, just because they feel that the children, what they really wanted in the children, that is not happening, and due to the multiple problems that are being faced by those children, it really becomes very tough for them as parents. So my main topic of discussion will be depression today, but as I always do, your questions are always a priority for me. So I will firstly be moving ahead with your questions, and it's after your questions that I will be coming to my main topic. So the first question as I can see over here, is from Musa Javed ji. Welcome to the live, sir. And you have mentioned that, hi, my son is 3.5 years old. He has speech but doesn't communicate. I am working on it before his diagnosis and got his eye contact and attention better, but lack in his communication. Just started this natural treatment journey. It's been few weeks. My son, one is 12 years old. I wanted to work on him massively as he is very behind. I need more guidance. So, Mr. Javed, first of all, I would really like to appreciate you that you have chosen the right path for your son. Honestly speaking, if we really want a child to come out of autism, if we really want a child to come and start communicating, it can never happen by the usage of those sedating herbs for the child. It can only happen if we are choosing some right herbs for the child, and while we are choosing those herbs, we do not forget that since we are to work on the behavior pattern of our child, ABA, that is applied behavior application, it really becomes very, very, very important over here. And ABA, when I talk about ABA, I was just explaining it to someone over here today that ABA again can be a command based ABA and a non command based ABA. Here, the ABA about which I am talking is more of a non command based ABA. A ABA where we understand the behavior of a child, and once we understand the behavior of a child, we start working with the parents towards the modification of that behavior. So, in this case, also for your elder son, since you have mentioned that he's 12 years old, so he already is just around 2 years away from the hormones getting activated in his body from the adolescence age, after which the child really becomes strong, the child really becomes less controllable and more aggressive. So yes, these 2 years are really very important for him, and as you keep on sharing more and more details about him with our team, we definitely will ensure that we can do the needful in this case. And today also, when I saw so many parents, so many from Manchester, so many from Birmingham, so one was from Scotland. So I really appreciate them sparing out so much time traveling over here to central London. And one Dr. Shukal was there with them. I could really feel that behind all those tough questions they were having, behind all those apprehensions they were having, that see, we are always told by everyone that a child cannot come out of autism. How are you saying that a child can come out of autism? And again, some of them said that we tried something back over there. One of them was from Bangladesh previously. One of them told me that we tried something over there. Another one told that we tried something over this and this doctor. They had tried so many things they had tried. But what happened was, since all those tries were with doctors who claimed to be doctors either and were not doctors of natural sciences or were allopathic doctors, so most of them were disappointed, and what they wanted as a change coming in their child was not to be seen. Once they started discussing the case, once they saw the diligence, the devotion, the commitment with which we go through each and every aspect of the behavior of their children, slowly their doubts started fading away. Their apprehensions, they started going away. Because when we talk about a autistic kid, Pratibha ji, I'll definitely be coming back to your question in regards of kidney. Please be there with us. But currently, since I'm taking autism as the prime topic and depression as the prime topic, my priority first of all will be that. But don't worry, just do not worry. Be there with me, and I will definitely be coming back to you. Do not feel depressed. So, moving further ahead, uh, when we talk about autistic kid, now there are some key parameters which we always compare for the child. Number one is hyperactivity. For those of you who have already met me over a virtual meet or over a physical meet must have seen that we always grade the hyperactivity of child from 10 to 1. Then we grade the speech from 10 to 1. Then we grade the eye contact again from 10 to 1. Then the command following from 10 to 1. So like this and there are other parameters also, and like this we evaluate, we go through each and every behavior pattern of your child through the videos which you have shared. The entire team of my psychotherapists works really hard, and then the team of doctors works really hard, and we ensure that none of those aspects which you share with us is missed. And there, once we understand that completely, once we go through those behavior patterns in a proper way, it is from there that the journey towards wellness it starts. So don't worry. In this case, where the child is 12 years in age, share some videos and be rest assured. The next question which I can see, Sakshi Rajput. Sakshi ji, thanks for joining us, and you have mentioned I recently became a mother and I would like to know what are early signs of autism I should be mindful of, as well as the preventive steps we can take. Sakshi ji, I do not want you to think on those lines. See, if we talk about early signs of autism, the child will have less eye contact. The child will not start saying mama, papa at the right age. The child may be confined to himself or herself. There can be multiple signs, but you just have got you just have become a mother. I really want you to enjoy your motherhood. Don't worry about autism, even if you are going through any lives, if you come across certain things. Don't think on those negative lines. Give ample time to your child. Let those around the child give ample time to the child and forget about autism. Moving further ahead, Raphael ji, you have mentioned my child is autistic and has speech delay. He is 8 now. Can he be cured? And Rajat is your coordinator. And Raphael Callan, ages 8.7 years, and he's hyperactive. He is having speech delay. He goes to special school. He is picky eater. The sleeping pattern is okay. He is toilet trained. Now, the most important thing for us to understand over here is he is 8.7 years in age now. Now, your first question is, can something be done about the speech of your child at 8.7 years? My answer is yes. A lot can be done yet, because till the age of 12, 13 and sometimes 14 years, the hormones of the child is not activated to that level that the child becomes uncontrollable for us. So that's why if a child comes to us below 4.5 years, the speech is very easy to develop. But if a child comes to us after the age of 4.5 years, but below the age of 12 years, it's still very much possible to develop the speech of the child completely. All that is required by us is a parent who believes that yes, it can be done, a parent who is willing to work in tandem with us, because for a child who is 8 plus years, if we really want the child to speak, we do require your support for us. Yes, we will be guiding you, we will be training you up, and you have to follow those guidelines. That's it. Yes, we are late a bit in this case, but still by the grace of Almighty, we have 4 years in our hand, and 4 years is the time which I require in a child like this. So yes, you should not further delay. That is something which is very important, because we already are at the borderline of a time where something can be done for him. Soon, once he crosses this age group, then if you ask me, I'll say no, nothing can be done now. But still at 8.7 years, it is pretty much possible. So do not worry, do not delay a further single day. But yes, we need to be quick now. You can go about it in two ways. If you want us to be doing anything, you can be over there at our center. There are parents who come to us, we do everything for them. And if you feel you can spare out time for your child, if you can really work diligently for your child, we will train you everything. And we will train you everything. You just need to follow that, and believe me, it's you who need to have a belief. Once you have a belief, once you take those right steps, yes, your child still has a great deal of chance of becoming verbal, of coming out of autism. The good thing is he's already toilet trained. So that is a positive for us. So yes, in case of Raphael, I may be pronouncing the name incorrectly. It is pretty much possible at age. In case of Ralph Callan, at the age of 8.7 years, yes, Mr. Raphael, it is absolutely possible. And share some videos, share some details so that we can be giving further insights in this regards to you. Going further ahead, Pratima Verma ji. Pratima ji, you have mentioned over here, sir, I am Pratima Verma and I am kidney patient and taking medicine from you, but I don't know why from last few days I feel very depressed and feel to cry. I don't know why this is happening to me. Please advise. Pratima ji, first of all, always remember, if you believe in God, everything lies in the hands of God that Almighty. And once we are fighting with a chronic disease, where everyone in this world is telling us that, see, if the creatinine is more, if the urea is more, if the dialysis starts, if you start going for a bi-weekly dialysis, this and this is going to happen. Don't look at those negatives. Don't let this kidney disease change your lifestyle. Always remember, whether you are taking treatment from me or from anyone else, even for those patients who are currently on dialysis, nothing happens to them. Kidney disease is no longer a disease which is going to change or take anybody's life. No, by the grace of Almighty, science has now developed to that an extent that kidney patients generally don't lose their life to kidney disease. So it really becomes very important for you. Stop worrying. Pray to God. It's only because you must be reading too much negative information on Google that this is happening. And sister, if you really feel so much depressed, what I can do for you, you need not pay anything to anyone. You can directly come to me once I am there in India. If you are from India, if I am in UK, meet me once. Let me take you out of those depressive thoughts just by meeting you. I don't want to give you any medicine for the depression. And what I can do for you is, team, if you are there, I would like you to be connecting Pratima ji for once to our motivational speaker, OP Sharma ji. The session should be absolutely free of cost because I really want her to be out of these depressive feelings. Don't be depressed. We are there with you. We are standing by you and God is there with you. So do meditate, do believe on God, don't worry. And yes, you can always share your reports with me. I will be able to guide you in that regards also. Moving further ahead, and Preet Kaurji, you have asked how can we deal hyperactivity and increase concentration. There are multiple ways to do that, but if we really want that hyperactivity is to be managed, or we need a child to come out of hyperactivity, always remember we should never reduce the hyperactivity of a child by using sedatives. We need to find the right kind of activity for the child where the child can utilize his energy in a positive way. We just need that. And a bit of positivity enhancing herbs which increase the concentration span. Breno R is one such combination which has all those herbs which are really good for controlling the hyperactivity of any child. So Breno R is something which can be used if you feel that your child is hyperactive, you have not consulted with anyone, and at the same time you want to give something to your child by yourself. Breno R is a safe combination. You can be giving that to your child. Unluckily, it is not being played by my team over there on the video. Yeah, you can see it. They don't let me be unlucky, but that is Brenoir DS, which you can see on the screens. There is another one which is Brenoir mild. So if you want to go without any prescription, the mild one is the one which is good for you. This is the Brenoir mild, Brenoir hot sip. That is what you can go ahead with. So moving further ahead with the next question, Ayush Vashisht ji. Sir, how much time Ayurvedic take to cure nephroptic syndrome of a toddler? Ayushi, it depends upon certain factors. If you talk about that, how much time Ayurveda takes to reduce the protein leakage of a toddler, I would say in many cases right from the very first week itself. Such is the quickness of Ayurveda in reducing the protein leakage of a toddler. But when you say in bringing the child out of nephrotic syndrome, now there are two things that need to be done over there. One, management, where we need to reduce the immediate protein leakage that is occurring through the urine of the child due to those inflamed nephrons because the immune system is attacking them. Now that is one part where the management needs to be done, which generally starts happening from the first week. And the second is modulation of immune system so that it stops attacking the nephrons. Now, how much time that will take? It varies from 6 months to 3 years. It depends upon the reasons, the level of corticosteroids which the child has been taking, the level of protein leakage that is happening in the child. So there are multiple factors. To be able to guide the correct time in that regards, we always need to have all those parameters with us. So moving further ahead, the IDs M and M. So the question is, Rajat Thakore, my son named Moiv. So Rajat Thakur, yeah. So Rajat Thakur, you have mentioned it for Rajat that my son name is Moiv. Moiz is verbal but understanding level is not so much. He is addicted to screen. After coming back, he just want tablet, don't interact with anyone. And what Rajat has told me about this case is that he has mentioned me it's in regards of banish and social communication disorder is there. He is going to special school. He is verbal but having limited words. He seems lost in his own word. He follows instructions. He's toilet trained. He's addicted to screen. He's very creative. He doesn't want to play with his sisters. Moyes is verbal, but understanding level is not so much. He is addicted to screen. Now, one of the very major reasons over here is this addiction to screen. As you are yourself telling it that he is addicted to screen. Now, the screen addiction has got a lot of reasons for giving such signs in Moyes. So, when we want Moyes to come out of it, we have to use ABA. One thing, no medicine can make him come out of it. We need to use ABA. While we are using medicines, ABA is must over here because whenever we want a child to come out of screens, those screens need to be replaced with certain things which the child likes, and what the child likes more than a screen can only be evaluated by the thorough analysis of the behavior of the child. That is one thing. And the second thing, we need to use certain herbs which increase the coordination of the conscious and the subconscious, because when there is a difference between the conscious and the subconscious coordination, when it is slow, many a times the child will feel self-lost. Now that self-lost behavior, the child can only come out of it once that coordination is more. So more coordination between the conscious and subconscious is required. That is one thing. And the second thing, as I just mentioned, the usage of right kind of ABA. So in a child like Moyes, we don't need too many medicines. We require less herbs than a normal autistic kid because he's already verbal, but it's more about ABA, which we shall be guiding and which as parents we would really appreciate if you can follow so that he comes out of this condition. So moving further ahead, and the next question which I can see, and I hope I have answered all the queries which were there in your mind, because in a child like Moyes who is 8.8 years old, what is very important for us, Banishji, it is to understand that all these behavioristic changes which we talk about, when the child is 7 years, 8 years, 9 years, 10 years, at times the parents become relaxed. They do not understand the importance of making the behavior of a child normal, because Once a child is 13, 14 and the child becomes adolescent, the society starts to expect too much from the child. The child becomes stronger. It is there that the real problem starts. Because when the same child is brought to us at that age, now that is the age where, yes, we are able to do it by the grace of Almighty, but then it takes a lot of time. It becomes much more tough than it is at the right age. So, moving further ahead, as you can see over here, Ignite Learning. Sir, we referred one of our friends to meet you, and luckily they are going to meet you tomorrow. And our daughter is also improving gradually. Words are not enough to thank you. Looking forward to see you soon. I can really appreciate how you join us, and thanks for referring your friend to us. Uh, it's really great of you believing on us, and all that I can assure is that we won't let this belief of yours down. If you are referring someone to us, it's my duty that that person thanks you. That person never tells you that you referred them to someone who was not the right doctor. So, from my end, I will always try that from my end, and I believe God, who has always been kind to me, will always remain kind to me in ensuring that I can live up to the expectations of all my patients everywhere around the globe. So, moving further ahead, Agam Jot Singh. Good evening, sir. Thanks for your guidance. I started treatment nearly 2 months ago. I noticed improvement in his activities. Now he is like to socialize, but speech is big issue for me. Agamjot Singh ji, please, first of all, it's really very good that yes, you believed in us, you started with the program, and it's good that in a treatment of 2 months, you are watching improvement. But don't worry about speech. We definitely will be working on the speech part also. But please do remember that in case of speech, don't miss out on the ABA, because speech is something which we need to induce after a particular age. We need to create a need, we need to train the child, and then speech occurs. Because at a very tender age, at a very tender age, it becomes easy. But once the age goes up, then it needs to be trained. So don't worry. If you are watching the other changes coming his way, you will very soon see speech also improving. Don't miss out on the ABA, however. Going further ahead, Mariam Khatunji. Hi, my child eye contact is between level 2 and 3. Also, when he is eating, he needs food. So Mariam Khatunji, I would request you that, see, when we are talking about giving phone to a child while the child is eating, it is not a very judicious thing to do. His eye contact is already less. So it's better if we can evaluate this child, if you can share some videos of the child, and if you can see, if you can meet one of my doctors in personal or through a video conferencing, you can connect with them. I further will be needing some more details in regards of your child, like the age of the child and all other things. And don't worry, once we get all those things, we definitely will be helping you up. But please start weaning off this mobile from him. It's not good to give child a mobile while he's eating. Rafael ji, you're asking, since you are in UK, is it possible to meet with you one on one? Rafael ji, as far as I know, I will be here till Sunday. They have booked each and everyone every day for me. But as I always say, my priority over here is connecting with those who really need me. So you can get back to the team. They will see if they can fix you up in between the patients in one of those days. I don't mind it. I would be more than willing to be meeting you up. I'll be more than willing to guiding you up. And now that we have Dr. Shukla also there with me, that further supplements the meeting. So no problems. You can get back to the team, but I cannot promise it from my end. The team knows it better. If they can spare out any slot for you, I would be more than willing and more than happy to be meeting you over there. And going further ahead, and the next question which I can see is Rima. Hi Rima, and you have mentioned that I have booked your consultation in person in Canada, yet time and date to be confirmed, but I have the address. Rima ji, I am looking forward to the UK. After the UK meet, I need to go to UAE From there, a short visit to India, and then most probably I'll be there in Canada. I'll be joining you guys somewhere immediately after Diwali. But having said that, let us figure out what are the exact dates, and the team will definitely be sharing the dates with you. As of now, the dates are not finalized, but yes, the dates most probably will be immediately after Diwali. So the team will be guiding you in that regards. Now, what is very important for us to understand over here is I travel around the globe, and the reason why I travel so much is that God has been kind to me all these 24 years. It's now 24 years dealing with autistic kids, and when I started working with autistic kids, many didn't even know what is autism. Today there are so many around the globe who claim that yes, they can do something for autism. I always tell the parents, before you give the life of your innocent children into someone's hand to bring them out of autism, just ask a single question from them. Have they ever brought a child out of autism? If you ask me, I'll say thousands. If you say we want to meet someone, I can request any patient where you can visit, and believe me, some of them now are getting married, some of them are now postgraduates, and they really love if someone visits them. And there are case studies which we generally publish with the permission. There are many case studies which we make, but we only publish those case studies where the parents allow us. What is the difference between a case study and a video testimony? For a video testimony, we can hire anyone. It can always be made without anything. And when we talk about a case study is something where right from the day one when the parent came to us with pictures and videos, what we diagnosed, the proper diagnosis, then what we gave for the first 6 months, then what were the changes in those 6 months, then again the videos of the parents and children, again what we did for the next 6 months, and this is how till the final step where the child comes out of autism. We maintain such case studies for research, as well as in some cases where the parents they find it difficult to believe that a child can come out of autism because they read on Google that a child cannot come out of autism. Their GP tells them that a child cannot come out of autism, and there are authorities which tell them a child will not come out of autism. So for those parents where the parents are finding it tough to believe that yes, my child can come out of autism, we use those case studies to motivate the parents. We never unnecessarily publish those case studies because we know that yes, if someone has given the life of their child in our hand, their privacy is of utmost importance to us. And that is why any of the case study which we publish, we always blur the face, and any case study is only and only published once the parents ask us to do that. So that is why when I say that yes, a child can come out of autism, I mean it. And that is why I always tell that if you are sending your children to any doctor, any therapy center, anyone, always ask them, is autism curable? Is it possible to come out of autism? Have you ever made a child come out of autism? Now, these are really very important questions because God, that Almighty, has blessed you with a child. It becomes your duty to ensure that till the time the child is independent, you decide the right and the wrong for your child. You choose the right doctor for your child just to make your own life easier. When I say that, why I say that is, I appreciate those parents who cross the boundaries of globe, who come and travel from various countries to meet me. I really appreciate them. But again, I do get such parents also. Oh, we'll have to travel 500 kilometers. Oh, we'll have to travel 1,000 miles. I always say that if I can take flights, if I can travel to various countries just to ensure that I do not miss out on meeting any patient in need, is it so tough? Is it so tough for a parent to travel some hundred or some thousand miles to bring that soul, to bring that child in front of me so that we can plan something out for the child. It should not be that problematic for the parent. Because if we do not do it at the right age, later on, at an age when it cannot be done, even if we want that to be done, it's not possible. So please, if you feel that your child needs help, if you feel that your child is hyperactive, if you feel the child is non-verbal, if you feel the child is not making eye contact, connect at least once. I always promise, and I always, with the grace of Almighty, keep that promise that once you connect, once you meet, he won't repent traveling that distance. So, wherever you feel it is required, don't hesitate. The number is there on your screen. You can connect with my team and they will be more than willing to support you up. So, before I wind off with today's live, I'll be going ahead with the next questions in case I don't want to miss out on any question. And Ayush Vishishji, you have mentioned, sir, is there any chance of relapse of nephrotic syndrome in toddler after Ayurvedic treatment, as there are high chances of relapse in allopathy? Ayush, the only thing which we need to remember is that when we are talking about Ayurvedic treatment, the relapse will only occur if we will leave the treatment in between. Do remember, when we use Ayurveda in nephrotic syndrome and when the protein leakage goes away, do not forget to meet, to consult, and then start withdrawing the treatment. It should not be a withdrawal of treatment at your own end. In 90% of the cases, when it is done like this, there will be no relapse. In 10% cases, there are one or two relapses which are very easily once again managed by Ayurveda, and then there is no relapse. So in 90% cases, no relapse. In 10% cases, minor relapses. So that is how it goes about in nephrotic syndrome patient. So moving further ahead, I have a question from Najima Akhtarji. Hi, we are 1 month into the treatment. My son has become aggressive and my daughter has become very emotional. Is that normal? No, Najima ji. When we talk about treating a child, now what is very important for us to understand is ABA. You should not be missing on the ABA sessions. And when you will do ABA for your son, if initially you are following his sign language, it was easier for him. And now when we are trying to make the child verbal, of all of a sudden, you will stop understanding his sign language, maybe for a week, maybe for a month, maybe for 2 months. The child will show that, hey, how are you not following my commands? The child, because earlier the sign language, which was his command, you were following it. Now you are ignoring it. So for a few days you may feel that way, but the best way to ensure that the child comes out of this phase is carrying on with the ABA sessions. Do not miss out on any of the ABA sessions. That is very important. And do let me know, do reply me back. Are you taking ABA? If you are taking ABA from us, who is your psychologist? What is the frequency of the sessions? And also share some videos of your son. Always remember, every small change in behavior pattern is really very important for us. Do not miss out on sharing it with us. The next question is the Gill family. I am meeting you tomorrow, Dr. Sharma. I cannot wait. My players are indeed. I myself am eager to meet you. I'll be waiting for you. And in case of Najima Akhtarji, the treatment which is being given, Dr. Aarti is your doctor, and it is Mukta Pishti, Brenoir concentrated. These are the two things which you are going on with, and you have done 3 sessions with Amar. So what I am going to do over there is, Dr. Aarti, please do remember, in case of Najima, arrange 1 session with Gurpriya, and that should be done on immediate basis to check. And I would also like the update from the end of Amar. Amar, I need you to be telling on what therapies you are doing and how much the parents are cooperative and what are your plans, and in how much time can Najima Akhtar ji expect improvement in the hyperactivity part for Azhar. So do update me that. And Rajeshi, yes, that's really great that you have started Brainoir, and once I am through with these meets, and I would definitely be connecting with you virtually. And Ayushi, thanks a lot to you also. So now I would like to take a break from your end, although I wanted to discuss something about depression, but the love in the form of questions which comes with my way from your end didn't let me go to that depression question. So I'm leaving you with a small video, and it is something worth watching. So you can be there with me for a few minutes because I have to rush for one a child who is here to meet me up. And although I am off the meeting hours, but the little one couldn't make it during the hours today. So rushing to meet the child. And thank you all for joining us. May God the Almighty bless all of us with the strength with which we can take these little ones, these gems, out of this phase, this tough phase for them, which is autism. Thank you.
Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if treated timely.
Patient name, Parth, age 3 years, disease, autism. Chief complaints, speech delay, hyperactivity, irritative behavior, less interaction, less understanding. The parents of the child consulted Dr. Navdeep Sharma on April 2023 at 1:09 p.m. and felt the scope of treatment to work for the child. He did not respond clearly and showed irritative behavior most of the times.
करो
आ जाएगा वो.
कलर करो. वेरी गुड पार्ट. कलर करो. नो इस हैंड से कर. वेरी गुड. इसके अंदर रख दो. वेरी गुड. पापा का हैंड दीदी का हैंड करो. हैंड चलो. वेरी गुड. खाओ. वेरी गुड. हेलो पेरेंट्स. पार्थ हेलो करो. हेलो करो. ये पार्थ है मेरा बेटा. 4 साल का होने वाला है. लास्ट ईयर जुलाई में हम डॉक्टर नवदीप शर्मा सर के यहाँ पहुँचे थे. हमें एक सर ने मेरे बताया था सर के बारे में. हमने सोचा भी नहीं था कि आज 9 महीने में पार्थ मम्मा पापा हमसे बोलेगा इतनी जल्दी. हम तो मतलब बड़ा एक माँ पेरेंट्स के लिए कहता है कि कब हम मम्मा पापा सुनेंगे पार्थ के मुँह से. आज पार्थ मम्मा पापा और विद सेंस सब कुछ बोलता है. भगवान की कृपा से और सर की मेडिसिन और सर के गाइडेंस से आज 9 महीने में पार्थ एक नियर टू नॉर्मल लाइफ जी रहा है. और स्कूल में भी पार्थ प्ले ग्रुप में था. अभी जस्ट 15 दिन पहले ही स्कूल में मैम ने बोला कि पार्थ को हम नर्सरी में भेजेंगे. और जो सर ने जो लाइफ में हमारी खुशियाँ दी हैं, बहुत एक पेरेंट्स के लिए इससे ज़्यादा और क्या हो सकता है कि उसका बच्चा इतनी जल्दी और इतना अच्छा इम्प्रूवमेंट हो जाए. एक पेरेंट्स के लिए बहुत बड़ी बात है. थैंक यू सर. थैंक यू वेरी मच हमारी लाइफ में इतनी बड़ी खुशियाँ देने के लिए. थैंक यू एंडी निरोगम.
Autism is a temporary phase in the life of a child if treated timely.
Patient name, Vivan, age 4.5 years old, disease, autism. Chief complaints, speech delay, less understanding ability, inexpressive, sensory issues, lack of focus. The parents of the child consulted Dr. Navdeep Sharma on 27th November 2022 at 11:00 a.m. and felt the scope of treatment to work for the child. The chief complaints was speech delay, unable to write with sensory issues. The child could not write by himself. He was also not very socially active. Throughout the treatment, significant improvement was seen in the child. He started writing on his own, gave answers and also became active. He started interacting more and gave answers instantly. His focus also saw an improvement. He also participated voluntarily in activities and also excelled academically. Instant responses were also seen within a few months of treatment. With improved attention span, he became quick in recognizing and mind games as well. He was able to interact more with peers, participate in class and also understand things in a better way.
मेरा नाम प्रिया है एंड मेरा बेटा है 5 साल का होने वाला है. एंड मुझे नवदीप सर से मेडिसिन लेते हुए मोर देन 1 ईयर हो गया है. एंड आई हैव चेंज लाइक आई हैव सीन इमेंस चेंज इन माय सन. लाइक जब हम यहाँ पे आए थे तो ही वॉज लाइक वो एक एक वर्ड ही बोलता था। एंड जब से हमने मेडिसिन शुरू की है एंड मेडिसिन के साथ साथ शिरोधारा भी इसकी मोर देन 1 ईयर से चल रही है एंड विद कंटिन्यूटी ऑफ दिस मेडिसिन एंड ऑल उसमें ड्रास्टिक चेंज है। जैसे अभी वो सब कुछ अपनी चीज़ें 99% अपनी चीज़ें वो बता पाता है ईजिली एंड दैट टू दे स्टार्टेड मेकिंग फुल सेंटेंसेज ऑल्सो। क्लास में भी अकेडमिकली ही इज़ गोइंग सुपरबली ऑसम। ही हैज स्कोर्ड 88% इन हिज लास्ट टर्म एंड जहाँ पे जब वो नर्सिंग था ही जस्ट स्कोर्ड 55%, नॉट इवन 50%। एंड अभी जस्ट टर्म ए में ही इज़ इन जूनियर केजी, अभी टर्म ए में उसके 88% नंबर आए हैं। नाउ ही हैज स्टार्टेड राइटिंग ऑल्सो। पहले वो मतलब पकड़ के लिखता था, पेंसिल पकड़